So I just picked up this USB stick for $20 and apparently it has every single Commodore 64 game on it. Welcome back to the Underground Arcade. My name is Bronson and I'm on a quest. I'm on a mission to build my own arcade in a shed on my property, just outside my house. Fill it with machines like this one and that one, although this one doesn't work, but some beautiful arcade machines, all sorts of things, claw machines, pinball machines. That's the sort of goal. And I was kind of recently driving somewhere and I was talking to my wife about how I didn't actually have a television or like a home console growing up. I didn't have an NES or anything like that. I think I got a PlayStation 1 later on in life, but we didn't actually have a TV when I was a kid up until I was a teenager. Part of the reason why we didn't have a television was that we grew up in a house truck, me and my siblings. Here's a photo here for reference. Beautiful old wooden house truck. It was actually made from timbers from an old church. It had stained glass windows. It was a pretty beautiful truck. We didn't have room for a television or, you know, that sort of thing. We were more play outside kids growing up. What we did have, however, in the corner of my parents' bedroom was an old Commodore 64 computer. So I was talking to my wife about how we used to sit in this tiny little corner of my parents' loft and play on the Commodore 64. We'd play this castle game that I can't remember the name of. I'd love to sort of jog my memory maybe while we're having a look at this stick. But that was kind of my only gaming experience growing up. Now, because our phones are listening to us, later on that evening when I pulled my phone out, I got an ad for the C64 Stick on AliExpress for $20. I couldn't resist, I picked one up. I was just kind of thinking though as it arrived and I unboxed it, I mean, best case scenario, this has got some games on it. Apparently it's got every Commodore 64 game on it. We will see. I suppose sort of medium case, worst case, there's just an empty flash drive, in which case I just paid $20 for a cheap Chinese flash drive. I don't even know how big it is. It is just a sticker on the flash drive. I suppose really worst case, there could be a virus on here, some ransomware or something. So we maybe will disconnect that computer from the other computers on the network, disconnect it completely, and we'll plug it in, run a virus scan and see. So let's go up to my office because then I can set up some screen record software and I can show you what's on the stick. And hopefully we've got some old Commodore 64 games. So this is the brain out of my widescreen arcade. It's just a Windows NUC box. So I figure this is a perfect place to plug this into. Hopefully this has got some sort of menu or boot screen or software or something. So we'll plug it in and we will have a look. And hopefully no virus. So I plugged the flash drive in and there doesn't appear to be any actual emulation software on this flash drive. There's like folders with each game on it, as you can see. They're all a .c64, either like a tape image or a disk image. So I did just have to go out and download a emulator. This is CCS64. It's a really tiny emulator. And what you can basically do is you could have your games here on the right or on the left. And you could say, all right, I want to play Assault Course. And you can just drag it into the emulator and the emulator will play it. So I was hoping there would be some emulation software on this disk, you know, on this little flash drive, but it just appears to be like folders full of all the games. If you are running something like Retrobat or RetroPie or any of those emulation softwares that are using Emulation Station, you could just copy all the files. Like there's just literally hundreds of files in these folders you could copy across. The cool thing about a software like Retrobat is that it will actually do a lot of the artwork for you and it sort of builds a library of the games. When you launch a game in Retrobat and it's on a widescreen cabinet, like my one is a widescreen arcade, it actually adds like cool bezel artwork of the Commodore 64 on the side and that sort of thing. But yeah, you will need some sort of emulation software if you do pick up one of these sticks. I guess the other thing is, and we probably should have talked about this up the top, is that there are basically online ports of pretty much every Commodore 64 game now. So if you type just Commodore 64 online ROM, or online emulation, you can actually play most Commodore 64 games online, and they work pretty good in the browser, obviously, because they were so low spec back in the day, right? Like 512 kilobytes of RAM. They work very well in the browser, so you might not need to go to this effort. I'm going to copy a few across to Retrobat just because I want to be able to play them in the arcade, you know, with the original joysticks, and the arcade cabinet that I'm running doesn't have internet access, so it is a bit nicer. I've got them all in the one ecosystem of Retrobat, but yeah, you can play them online if you don't want to spend any money. So I'll just fire up Retrobat now so you can see. So I've copied some across to the ROMs folder. So I've Retrobat basically has a bunch of different ROM folders, and I've got some videos on Retrobat if you want to go and check it out. But basically I've got like Nintendo 64 games on here and PlayStation 1 and all sorts of different games. So I've copied some of those ROMs off the stick. And if we see a Commodore 64, we've got 205 games you'll see in the middle of the screen there. So we can, oh, that's the wrong button. We can go under there and you will see all the games through here. Retrobat will also go out and try and find artwork for the games, like you can see here with 1000 Kung Fu Maniacs. That sounds like a fun game. It will go out and get the artwork, it'll get a bit of the description, and it will. What that allows you to do is when you're in here, you can actually change the view style, so you can have like a game carousel type view like this, and you'll see, you know, when they've got artwork, it'll load there. So you can do different sort of views and displays within Retrobat, which look quite cool. And all that is out of the box. It's really simple to install Retrobat, and it's quite a neat way of like having all your ROMs under one sort of roof. Pretty safe to say that I wasted $20 in, didn't I? I just bought a glorified 2GB flash drive for $20. Like I said earlier in my office, you can download all the ROMs for Commodore 64 off the internet, and you can also play them online and browser-based emulation anyway, so no need to pick one of these up. So if you want to follow along on my adventure as I slowly build out my arcade and we look at more machines like this and more software and all sorts of things. We recently bought a claw machine on the channel. We've got some fun videos coming up for that. I've got some old cabinets like this that I'm still busy fixing up. The goal one day to have a pinball machine in my own arcade. That is one of the end goals. I also bought a bunch of CRT TVs recently that I'm sort of working on a bit of a project on those. So if any of that interests you, maybe hit that subscribe button and I will see you in the next video.